In this lesson, we will learn how to speed up our animation playback with the new gPoly format in Max. Let's try to scrub through the animation. You can see that we're getting a lot of lagging, very slow feedback, and that's simply because of how high-res the creature's mesh is. You can see I've added a turbo smooth modifier, and I've increased the iterations by 2. Now, what's great about this gPoly modifier is that it's going to use the hardware mesh format that is what Max uses internally. So because of this, it's going to treat this high-res mesh as if it were low-res. We're going to get very fast feedback. To put this to the test, with our mesh selected, what we'll do is go ahead and select the Edit Poly format of our creature. Let's go ahead and choose Yes to just view this level. And now we can go to our modifier list. Let's go ahead and press the T key a few times. What we're searching for is Turn to gPoly. Alright, so once we apply this, instantly we will start to notice faster feedback. Let's go ahead and select the Turbo Smooth node again so we can see the result of this level. And now we can go ahead and scrub through and notice how fast the frame rate is. How neat is that? To test the frame rate even further, you could always go to your statistics panel. So I'll go ahead and head over to Configure Viewports. And from there, we'll go to Statistics, and we'll make sure to turn on Show Statistics in the active view. Let's go ahead and choose OK. So we can see here our frame rate. So when we go ahead and play this animation back, you can see that it's very fast. If we were to go ahead and remove the gPoly modifier, let's go ahead and remove it. Just go ahead and choose Yes. Now we'll go ahead and trash it. Now we'll go ahead and select our Turbo Smooth again and start to scrub through. I'll also play back the animation. You can see that when we start it back, taking a look at our frame rate, it's at 5 as opposed to 57 where it was with the gPoly format. So that's really neat. We don't need a proxy any longer. We can simply go ahead and use the gPoly format to work much faster as animators. And just to show you that it's not just playback that works, we could also go in and start to move our control rig around. I'll go ahead and apply this format back. Head over to the modify list. Go ahead and search for Turn to gPoly. Again, we'll select Turbo Smooth. Let's go ahead and scroll down a bit. And I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these helpers that are tied to the character's hand. So let's start to move this gizmo around, and what you'll see is that, again, the feedback is very fast, simply because of how the gPoly unit converts the mesh into, again, something that Max uses internally. So that's a look at how we can work with the gPoly modifier, and we saw how wonderful it works. No need for a proxy cage any longer. We could simply go ahead and apply this to a high-res mesh and have a lot of fun.